Hi guys, thanks for chatting with Riz. We're going to be talking about everything motherhood and entrepreneurship. Today, we're doing part 2 of our last episode with Amy and Sanaya about dating as a mom. And my personal life has had an extremely hectic week, so this is just perfect for today, okay? Reintroduce yourself, guys.
I'm Sanaya.
I'm Amy. Hey, y'all.
What's up?
We're glad to be back because we got some things to get off our chest.
We got a lot to talk about. We really do, actually.
And we didn't even finish everything we were supposed to talk about last time, so this is going to be perfect.
We're going to get into it today.
The nitty gritty.
Yes. So we left off talking about like what our ideal situation, man, relationship look like. And I kind of ran into a situation this past week, and I'm just like, I really am tired of dating people for who they are. And for good reasons, because I don't ever reap any benefits from doing that and trying to be a good person.
When you say who they are, you mean how they come. Not
how they come, or like love them for them, like who they
Yeah.
are, not what they can do for me.
Right.
And first, I do want to say I hate that a lot of podcasts right now are just men bashing women, women bashing men, and everybody's talking, like the whole love scene. But it's relevant to my podcast because it goes along with my brand, and I'm trying to make it cool to love again. You feel me? So that's why, we're going to have some conversations related to that. But this is not going to be one of those podcasts like everybody is just picking up a mic talking shit about the opposite
We're
sex.
not bashing you. We're just telling you our
We just
truth.
we're just saying, I feel like we're just saying our side. And I feel like we also try to understand the opposite gender's point of view at the same time. Because I will say, I do get a lot of opinions from the opposite sex about the things that I talk about.
So we're gonna start with something that you've talked about, that me and you, a conversation that me and you have had repeatedly. When I feel like I used to frustrate you so much because you always, whenever I'm in a situation, you're just telling me like, bro, leave him alone. He's not doing anything for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not about what he can do for me. So tell me what your stance was in that conversation that we've had previously.
When I say do anything for you, I mean not like financially. Okay, he might do some things in the bedrooms, but it's like as far as like giving you peace of mind, or like you don't gotta worry about nothing when you're with him. Like, and I'm not talking about money, right? When I'm saying you don't have to worry about anything, like shit's just taken care of. Like he's leading you, and like I feel like the conversations that we've had, I feel like you're always trying to like help them, and like it's not about I don't need to be helping you right now to get anywhere. Like I feel like I just don't feel like I need to at this point in my life. I feel like I don't have to help you get anywhere. You should already be where you want to be at when you're trying to fuck with me, or I'm sorry, when you're trying to deal with me, right? Because at the end of the day, you're a mom and you come with a child. And like if you're not happy, if they're causing you stress, if you got to go out of your way to help them get them where they need to be, it's like now you're sacrificing something, and sometimes that comes down to your daughter not being happy.
Right.
And I had to learn that the hard way because I was with somebody where like I felt like he took care of me in the beginning, and like then shit just went downhill. And sometimes people, they get to their lowest, and I tried to be the ride or die. I don't care what you're going through. I'm going to stick out with you. And then I started realizing that you start sacrificing things. And then when you look at the things you sacrifice, now you're weighing it out. Like, is it worth it? And I felt like I started missing out on time with my daughter because I was working so much to pay the bills. Or like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's not about dating for money or dating for love. Yeah, you're dating them for who they are, but who are they when they meet you? You know what I'm saying?
They need to be established already.
What do they come with? Yeah, you mentioned that last time. I'm not messing with nobody that's not already established. Yeah. You don't have a job. You don't have a car. You you're moving from apartment to apartment every so months. Like, that's not the life I want to live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't want that for me.
I got my own shit going on. I have
Like,
my own responsibilities.
Right.
You
Exactly.
cannot be another responsibility.
Exactly. And
hold on one second. I do have to say, because I am shooting 2 episodes today, and I said in the last episode, Love Lyric is in the building today, so y'all just give me a little bit of grace. This is the, mompreneur life, and this is my life.
She
my
has
child
to
is
come to work
here.
today.
So right,
Ain't
and
nothing wrong with that.
Bring
She
your baby to
vibing.
work today.
She
so
vibing.
if I have to, stop.
Got your manager.
Okay. My manager, right?
Yes,
the boss.
please.
I definitely bought the boss to work. Okay,
She's vibing. But what I was saying was, I feel like if you can't do anything for me more than what I can do for myself, leave me alone.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
I can take care of myself. I pay my bills. I do. If I want to travel, I'm gonna travel. If I want this, I'm gonna get this myself, right? And if you can't match me that
leave me alone
and more, leave me alone.
Right. What were you gonna say, Sanaya? Because I saw you making faces when we first started the conversation.
Making faces because I'm thinking about who I used to be, like before I had my baby. Like, if we really want to get down to it, I was Captain Save a Nigga. And I don't know why.
I call it Captain Save a Thug. Yes.
They weren't thugs.
They
needed
my
saving.
situation be thugs. But go ahead.
I feel like a thug could hold his own. No, these niggas needed actual help. And I'm not going to, put all the stuff that my down bad self did out there. But I did a lot of shit that I should not have done. Like, I'm taking care of myself, and then I'm with people who can't even, handle their shit. And it was just like, what am I doing? And then also on top of that, I'm wasting so much money. I'm wasting so
Bro,
much
I literally was
money.
just dating somebody that's almost 30 years older than me, spending more money when we hung out than he did.
And that's fine, because sometimes you do want to do that. That's fine if you want to spend money on your man. Like,
Not when you're older. No. I don't feel like.
I feel like spoiling can go both ways.
No, it definitely can. See, this is the thing. A fair exchange isn't a robbery, right? If you feel like he's doing for you, okay.
But it wasn't a fair exchange. I'm telling you right now, I was doing way
in your
more.
situation, it wasn't a fair exchange.
You
but
know?
I have dealt with people where, I really do fuck with them. And
they not where they want to be.
I genuinely, how I am always is if I fuck with you, I'm always thinking about you. I'm like, oh wait, did he eat today?
Right.
Let me see if I should bring him some food.
Right.
Oh wait,
exactly.
He
And I
needs
want
this for the house. Oh wait, let me go grab it real quick. Like, you know
I
what
am
I'm saying?
definitely
It's
that type of woman as well.
It's little shit, and ironically, I'm talking about that right now because I feel like sometimes it's one-sided. It's one-sided, and I said last time, I'll remind you a couple of times, but I'm not finna say it no more. If you want to, you really will. Actions speak louder than words. I know that's so
Way
cliche to
louder.
say,
No, but it's
but
so
actions
true.
speak louder than words. You can tell, or you can see how somebody views you and how somebody values you when it's time to sacrifice things.
Right.
You.
Okay. So
you know what I'm saying?
Let me.
And it don't gotta be nothing big either.
I hate is a bad word. I dislike that. I feel like the dating pool right now is a lot of women's attitude being like, okay, well, if you're gonna date me, what can you do for me? I don't feel like that is the proper way for you to get to know. Hold on, wait, let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
She's ready.
I feel like right. I gotta get my full thought out.
You said how they say it doesn't.
Hold on, wait, because I just completely got but I wanted to finish that thought. I'm literally
Date them if you can't do nothing for me. I don't want to date you.
But
Right,
they
but
also
where
have
was
their
I
hand out,
going?
kind of.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
They want to be
I feel
taken
like
care of.
women want to be taken care of, and I don't think that it's a man's responsibility
To take care
to
of
be
you.
taking care of you,
You are a
paying
grown-ass
your
woman.
bills, feeding you, getting your nails done every single time. It's cool to do a nice gesture, but I don't think until a man is married to you, how I felt in the past is you're not his responsibility.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I keep trying to be genuine and, just get to know somebody. And, as time goes on, it'll evolve. baby, I'm wasting time, I'm wasting energy, I'm getting my feelings hurt. And it's just like, okay, no, now I understand where girls is coming from. Okay, what is it that you bring to the table? You know, like, what is it that you can't do for me to make this situation even worth it for me to be in? Because I live the life I want to live. Y'all know I go out to eat. I'll go spend $100 on my own lunch. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You know, like, I'll do what I want to do. So that's where I'm torn between right now. What were you going to say?
It's not about what you say. It's about how you say it. And I feel like there's a lot of fake and fraud people out here. There's a lot of people with bad intentions out here. You know what I'm saying? And I always have the battle of, like, do I keep waiting to see if things going to change, or, like, do I just give up now? And I feel like I feel like I've always been I'm going to just wait and see. And I feel like it's always came back to bite me in the ass. And I'm not doing that no more. If I feel like you're not bringing to the table what I feel like you should be bringing to the table, and communication has a lot to do with it, right? Like I said, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. Mm-hmm. The conversations that y'all had, I feel like it should be, as you're getting to know each other, you should be able to leverage, like, or you should be able to see if, like, this person actually likes you, or, like, they're just playing house, or they're just using you for whatever. Yeah, what's their
motive? So what do you think, Sanaya? Or I'm just trying to, what do you think a man should be bringing to the table? What are some things that should be, that a man should be bringing to the table?
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the, like, Twitter topics that pops up over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. But I do think in the beginning, when y'all are just dating or y'all are seeing each other, it is 50-50. Like, on the first date, I'm gonna offer to pay half. If you don't want me to, that's cool. On the second date, I'm gonna still offer to pay half, Like, I'm still gonna try, and because we're still getting to know each other, you might not even like me for real. Like, I don't understand why, like, women do expect, but also I did want to talk about how men sometimes now, because they know what women are expecting, they'll come and they'll be like, yeah, like, I got money, like you fucking with somebody who got money and got motion and all this other shit. And it's like, I didn't ask you about none of that. But then when I turn around and I'm like, okay, why are you telling me about the money if you're not going to give it to me? And if I ask you for it, now it's like, oh, that's all you want me for. But it's
so
like,
it wasn't about money. You made it about money.
Yeah, you presented yourself that way. So now it's like, oh, you got these expectations.
Continue.
Yeah, you got these expectations and all these wants for me, but it's like, you put this in my head. You planted that seed.
Right, okay.
So I don't understand.
What was your point of saying that if I'm not going to reap any benefits from that?
Exactly.
I get you.
And I also feel like we over here talking about women and money, but it's also about men and
their egos.
Not even ego, men and pussy. Like, let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be a war of women dating men for money and men paying and using women for pussy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's always going to be, and, like, say somebody is out there and, like, she is dating for money, right? Mm-hmm. So she has this mindset that, like, I'm going to do whatever to get this money. Right? Because that's all I'm dating for. Mm-hmm. So she gonna meet this guy, and then she gonna run into a guy that you presented. Oh, I'm flashy. I got this. I got that. Da 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 da. Right? Mm-hmm. And they having a good time. They having a ball. And then what? What's gonna happen next? He gonna take her shopping first, or he gonna go lay down with her first?
If he was smart, shopping. But they're not.
I mean, if he was smart, if he take her shopping, he'll probably guarantee it.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of men that, oh, it's a facade. Remember, he not gonna take a shot.
Yeah, he don't.
So
he don't got it like
that. If I was a man, honestly, I would feel like, bro, I'm not gonna take you shopping while you're telling me, okay, if I do this, then you'll do this. Because if I do this, you can easily burn out and go.
At that point, it's a tit for tat. But I talked to somebody recently of the opposite sex. And he said what did he say? He said, it's all about what you bring to the table, right? Mm-hmm. Like, some of the things I bring to the table, I know you can't bring to the table. Some of the things you bring to the table, I can't bring to the table.
Correct.
And, like, as long as y'all have an understanding about what it is and what it's not, mm-hmm. there's not going to be any feelings hurt. There's not. But the problem is people aren't honest with who they are.
They're not, and I don't understand.
And then people always love to say, oh, I don't know what I want. I'm just having fun right now.
So I was watching this TikTok yesterday, the guy that I was showing you last night. Yo, I found this guy on TikTok. He is so freaking cute. But anyways, he was talking about men don't put on a facade in the beginning of a relationship. They put their best foot forward and try to get to know you. And as time goes on, they observe you and they see different things about you. So then it's like, oh, it's not worth me to go this hard. So that's just an opposing viewpoint that he was saying that I thought that was interesting because that makes a lot of sense. Like, as a man, women expect men to, be paying a lot more and spending a lot more money. If I don't see a future with you, I'm not going to be, making the investment. Some men look at it like an investment. So
that's interesting that you say that because I also saw something that was the opposite of that, and it's women always put their best foot forward to when they're dating, and then the man is always waiting to see if it's worth to put their best foot forward. But by the time, I feel like by the time that the man is ready to decide or is ready to make his decision whether it is worth it or not to put his best foot forward, at that point, the woman is...
I'm already out.
She's already out.
You're looking at my other options.
Right.
Exactly
like the same thing I mentioned last time. Like the guy, he had my attention, and you sitting here thinking that we about to just text every day for a month. Wait, I'm grown. I want to go on dates. I'm not getting to know anybody through texting or...
Okay.
Like, how should that go? How should meeting someone new go? So... I'm just getting out of a 3-year situationship, and so now I'm about to be half of me gonna be in the streets just dating again, and then the other half's gonna be focused on myself and becoming a high quality woman, so I can attract.
A third of you is about to be in the streets and dating again.
Okay, a third. That's fine. I'm cool with that because I'm outside.
Half was a lot.
I'm just like my attention because part of me feels like I don't even I went from abusive relationship to 2 toxic situations. And it's like, okay, I don't want nothing to do with men at all. I just want to focus on myself, focus on my business. But at the same time, we know me.
Yeah.
I like a little handsome company, okay? So how should it go? What should the beginning stages of dating look like to y'all?
Honest. Okay, so before I even get into the dating, I feel like you have to be sure within yourself, what you will and what you won't put up with. You need to know your own boundaries. You need to know what can maybe slide and then what you're not going for at all, because when you don't know that, you will go for anything and you will end up looking like the fool every time if you don't know yourself before
you gotta set your standards.
You have to set your standards.
What are some standards that you have? Just act like you're single, and what are some standards that you have? Because that's on my list too. What are the standards that we have for ourselves for dating as a mom?
I would say the first is literally communication. Because I am clingy, and I'm not afraid to say that.
I am afraid to say that.
I'm not, but
okay, baby.
But no, but knowing that I'm clingy, I need you to know that I want to talk to you. I want to hear from you. I want you to respond to me in a timely manner, or at least communicate to me why you can't respond to me. So I'm not sitting here. I'm an overthinker. I'm like, this nigga out here with 11 bitches, and I'm just sitting here at home like a dummy, waiting for him to respond to me. I'm not finna do that.
But at the same time, we don't want no man that got time to sit around and is able to text us and talk to us all day, because that man is probably broke.
Yes, I know. But that too. Because I don't want to hear that you're sitting at home on the game.
You want a busy nigga or you want a broke nigga?
Okay, but you can be busy and still communicate.
It takes 4 seconds to take a text message. To send a text message.
That's
how I truly feel.
Bro, I was
I
was just watching a show the other day, and I'm talking about nobody was texting. Everybody, hey Siri, send a text message to so and so and say da 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 da. You don't even gotta sit there and text no text message.
It's so simple.
But you make time for who you want, what you want.
Exactly.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm sorry.
And then if you really want them, it's not gonna be hard because you want to put in the effort, because you want to keep them around. Mm-hmm. So if they don't want to put in the effort, they don't want to keep you around. You're just there to just keep them busy, I guess. Mm-hmm.
You're there to pass time.
Yeah,
you're there
white
to
noise.
fill time.
Mm-hmm.
White noise is crazy.
Yeah, you're just something in the background. So,
all right. Well, Amy, what are some of your standards? One of her main is communication. Give me one of your standards.
Communication is definitely one.
Like non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
You said one last time they got to be okay with you having a child.
Yeah, I mean, communication definitely is one. But, honestly, I can admit I'm a terrible communicator. And you'll know that I don't really like you if I don't communicate with you. Like, I will tell you my every move without you asking.
Yeah.
Like, if I really mess with you, as soon as I move my location, oh, I'm on the way here. Oh, I made it home. Or, like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm doing this. Like, you don't even got to ask
No,
me.
for real.
Because
you.
we're FaceTiming. Like, we're on the phone talking. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't none of that. If I feel like it's not going to be matched, I'm not even going to entertain it, to be quite honest with you. Or if I feel like I'm putting too much effort, or like you were entertaining me, or you was responding to me and communicating with me, but if I feel like it changes, reciprocation is the key, baby. Like,
so now you said something that I know you don't agree with.
What?
Going 50-50 on the first date.
No. I said that last time. I mean, if you trying to date me and court me, like, why am I going 50-50 with you on the first date? You know what I'm saying? I feel like if y'all start off as friends and we like homies first, and then like,
right, if we're going out to
you know what I'm saying? Because my
thing is, if I invite, I'm willing to pay. Hopefully, I'm with a man that's gonna be like, no, put that shit up. But
no, that's what I'm hoping too.
Right. I always say, if I invite anybody out to eat, I'm not gonna expect what they got in their pockets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always gonna want to, and that's if I'm.
Yeah, we ain't no Chili's girls.
Yeah,
we don't be at Chili's.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with Chili's. Chili's used to be my shit. Well,
used to.
It wasn't mine.
I'm in a different part of
my life. It
wasn't
wasn't my shit, but it was my partner's.
I'm not going to
so
Chili's,
it was
though.
mine at the time. But I mean, like, if I'm inviting you out, like, just know that I'm gonna take care of some shit too. Like, I'm not finna invite you out and be like, oh nah, you got the tab.
Right,
like,
right.
No.
I talk a lot. I'm always accidentally inviting people out and over and doing shit. And then afterwards, I'm like, damn. So
do I got to
like,
pay for this?
We could go 50-50. But also, it's because, like, you don't, I don't know.
But I feel like I don't talk. So you say you talk a lot, but I feel like I'm not really talking to anybody I don't really want to talk to. So it's like.
I mean, that's true, too. Yeah.
You know? I don't know. But I feel like if you're, like, I don't know, where do people meet each other nowadays? Like the fucking club? Like, shit. I wouldn't want to go out with anybody I meet at the club, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
But, like, I ain't gonna lie, I meet a lot of people at my job, at Grace's. And, like, I've heard and seen so much stuff at Grace's. Y'all, I said I don't even believe in marriage because of the stuff that
Boy, the married men.
The married men
there
at
are
Grace's.
literally so many people,
and
so
we're not
many
gonna
men that come to Grace's.
Yeah, we're not going to put any of their business out there.
I mean, we're not talking about anybody specific, but there are so many men that come to Grace's, maybe because Grace's is a hot spot, but I literally have taken care of, I had one guest, I've taken care of him with 4 different women. He rubbing on all of them, like literally within a week of each other. like you just rotate, and I walk up to the table. Oh, you want this? You want this? You want this? Like knowing your order.
I'm gonna keep it P all the time. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. But it's like I see what's going on.
Yeah.
I see what's going on, and it makes me afraid. And I don't want that to taint the image of all men because. Yeah, not all men are like that. But at the end of the day, like, how do you expect me to think any different when I see all types of men? You see bums, you see rich people, you see middle-class people, you see doctors, lawyers, you see people that are bartenders. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see all types of people in that bar, and all of them do the same
shit.
Thing.
Doesn't matter.
So what I honestly do is whenever I meet them at my job, like it'll be on some like, oh, we're cool, like I'm your bartender type shit. Like it's none of that, right? We're gonna hang out, go bowling, go have a drink, and it's always gonna be a group setting. I'm not hanging out with you outside, like, you know,
bro, you date your guests. What are you talking about?
No, I know that, but I'm saying start off as that. It's always a group setting first.
Okay. And
then
the
the initial meet, when I meet you outside of Grace's for the first time, outside of my work uniform, it's going to be a group setting.
Okay.
I'm going to bring my friend.
Okay.
If you don't have, like, you know what I'm saying?
Is that a safety mechanism? Like, is that a safety thing?
It's one to keep me safe because I love to go places by myself. I do not.
Me too.
I love my own company. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
But I also love being around people.
Mm-hmm.
So, one, it is a safety thing, but also, like, in case something happens, like, I have someone to lean back on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not finna pull up and then you not where you say you are, and then I'm just
right. Man, the world is getting crazy. Okay, so you said something. You said something a couple of minutes ago, and it's another part of like what I want to talk about. You said you don't even really want to get married anymore.
Yeah, I don't. Of course, all women like. Well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but of course I want to get married. I want to go pick out my dress. I want to plan my wedding. I want to choose my
But that's flowers. A wedding though. You want a wedding. Do you want a marriage? Do you want the sacrifice and all of that? Because that's what a lot of women, that's what I know that men have that gripe. It's like, yeah, women want a wedding, but they don't want to be a wife. They don't want to, contribute to a marriage. So what can you say on that point? Because
contributing to a marriage. So my parents have been married for 29 years, and I've seen the shit that they go through, right? And I feel like
love.
You mentioned something before where like men will not just be happy with one vagina for the rest of their life.
We were talking about that last episode. Yeah, I was shooting.
Yeah, and I feel like that's very true. But I also feel like women can't just be with one.
I feel like I could.
Honestly, this is the longest I've gone. Only like messing with one person.
Okay.
I started messing with each other in 2022.
Okay.
This is the longest I've gone. And I was a serial relationship person.
Uh-huh.
I was in 3-year relationships. And this is the longest that I've gone messing with only one person.
So you were cheating in them relationships.
I was yes, I was. Because if I wasn't happy.
I'm like, because that's 3 years, this 3 years.
Yes.
If this is the longest you've gone with one, then that means you had more than.
I feel like if you got to cheat, you might as well just be single.
Yeah, I mean, I did try to break up with him.
But that's where the open relationship thing comes,
because I've had to do some nut ass, crazy ass
to get men to leave you alone.
To get them to leave me. I promise you,
all of my nails are broken right now.
No, literally. Oh no, we're gonna get into that. But go get into that because this was in high school. I just graduated, went to college, right? Mm-hmm. The guy I was dating in high school. I saw some crazy ass. He done. Email. I'm not gonna say who he done emailed. I'm talking about got her booking email off her Instagram, emailed her, tried to pay her to have sex with her, a porn star. I'm not gonna say who. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay.
Is somebody you was in a relationship with?
Someone I was in a relationship with when I was going through phones. That's why I don't go through phones no more.
Me neither.
I go through phones. Well, no, I don't anymore.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't anymore. I don't know his password.
I don't go through.
He changed it on her stupid ass.
I don't know his password. I don't want to know his password. I ain't trying to look for his password. I don't want to go through that phone. You gonna find something you don't want to see. I promise you are.
Yeah, always.
I promise you are.
Yeah.
But he was emailing this person, and after that, I try to break up with him. His grandma calling me, crying, woo, right? We go on a trip to Vegas. I was supposed to go to Vegas this weekend. Actually, I'm supposed to get on a flight to Vegas soon, but I canceled it for other reasons. Mm-hmm. And my first time in Vegas was with this ex that I'm trying to break up with. Mm-hmm. And then he's traveling with my family taking him on vacation with them and whoop-de-woo. And I'm over here on vacation with a mother I don't even want to be with.
Right.
Like, we not even together on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
And so I leave, right? I'm trying to break up with him. He over here trying to commit suicide and all the extra.
One of them.
So you know what I had to do? I literally had to break his heart. Like I was like, before we went on this vacation, because we were broken up, and then my parents were like, well, he got to come with us, or he got to give us that money back for that flight. Like, we're not just going to plan a trip and pay for everything, and then he's not coming.
Right.
And of course, if he's going to have to pay for it, he's going to want to come.
Right.
So he ends up coming. We're not together. a week before we go on the trip, I'm hanging out with somebody. Like, I'm in college. I'm a freshman in college. I'm meeting new people every single day. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So I'm with this dude, right? Mm-hmm. And we go on this trip to Vegas, and my parents were like, "You gotta come." At the same time, they love him so much. They're like, "Oh, y'all gonna work it out. Just talk." Da, 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 da. I'm miserable the whole trip. Like, if I pull up our old family pictures, I'm on one end and he's on the other end. I don't even know why he's in the picture. I don't know. You should have been taking the picture.
Exactly.
But anyways, so we leave, and like, I get so miserable that I get bored, and I'm like, the only way for me to even get through this trip is if I just like play along with it, and like he stops giving me this like sad ass like. Bro, if y'all would have seen his face, I literally like yelled at him one day, and my brother was like, "Damn, you don't gotta be a bitch." But it's like, I also don't tell my family, and I don't embarrass you and tell them all the shit that you've done.
Yeah, because once you tell your families, you know, all the bad stuff, they're not gonna fuck with them no more, even when you go back. So
I you know, I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah. Oh, he went through my stuff in Vegas. And this is how he found out. He went through my stuff, and this is when he found out I was messing with somebody. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, how could you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?
I told you I don't
we're
want to
not
be with you.
together. Like, I tried breaking up with you. Like, we're not together. It's you being delusional, thinking you're still with me. That's not the case." But you know, I was like, I played it cool. I was like, okay, well, my stuff is still over there, so we gotta go get it once we get back from Vegas. Like, if we want to work this out, like, we can talk about it, but like,
you playing a role.
I gotta go get my stuff. We land in Houston after coming back from Vegas, and the first thing I do is I'm driving to this guy's house. I don't got nothing over there, right? I don't got nothing over there.
How he don't know you don't got nothing over there?
He don't know I don't got nothing over there. And my ex was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna come with you." I'm like, "Okay, come on." I'm like, "Actually, man, drive in your car, cause like, just I got something to do afterwards. Like, we finna just go get my stuff, but I want you to see, like, I'm grabbing my stuff and I'm gonna leave him alone, type of deal." I was young, girl. We go, and I'm texting the dude. I'm like, "Hey, my ex finna pull up, so I don't know. I can't stop him. Like, he followed me over here." So I get there, I park my car, and dude's already outside. And I'm like, "Hey," and I hug him, and then I just walk in the house. I don't know what conversation was had. I don't know what he said to my ex. I have never spoken to my ex since that day.
Oh, wow.
He had to pull up to the dude's house, watch me walk inside, and never come back out. Because he wouldn't want to leave me alone.
See me. That's like I said, we're doing this part 2 right now because I said something to my close friends about what I was going through this week, and they both responded like, "Oh yeah, we got shit to talk about relating to that." And so I was talking about, like, I'm still a crash out. My freaking nails are broken. I had to beat up on somebody because, like, I really wanted to put the nail in the coffin. You know, I've been trying to leave this freaking situationship for over a year. And it's like, I'm getting 20 to 30 freaking private calls after they're on blog. I'm going to pull up to your job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So it's like, I know you, my friend. I had fun with you. So it's like, you know, when I'm like not wanting to deal with all of these threads, then it's like easier to just fall back into the normal flow of it. Why do niggas not let us leave? And you know what's so crazy about my situation?
They don't want to let you leave, and they not doing nothing for you. I'm
That's
still
so
trying to get
selfish. That is the most selfish thing ever. Because if you're not trying to make me happy, let me go find my happiness, bro. Like,
they don't want to be the problem. They don't want to be the reason. They would rather leave on bad terms that you did something than they did something. So it's like,
oh my gosh, I just seen a post the other day, and it said, when he over there acting like he left you when you're the one that actually left.
Nah, no
me
bullshit.
in high school.
That right, exactly. And that's like the situation, you know, with this goddamn man. And I don't know. It's been very stressful, and it just really sad that I had to like
go out the way you did.
But at the same time, it's like I'm glad that it's finally freaking over. Right. Because the whole thing is every time we get in an argument, which is like every freaking day, is, oh, we not in a relationship. We not in a relationship. We not in a relationship. We're gonna talk. We're gonna
keep throwing that
transition this into situationships.
Y'all been dealing with each other for 3 years.
For 3 years, and if we're not in a relationship, okay, cool. Do what you want to do, but you're not about to say nothing about what else I want to do. You're not about to put no restrictions, no boundaries, no nothing. If you want to do what you want to do, I'm doing what I want to do too. But it's bad. You're batshit crazy trying to tell me that we not together, or you want to throw that in my face when you're the one that's making this more than it needs to be.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
yeah,
I'm stressed out. I'm not doing no more situationships.
I don't understand we're not in a relationship. If y'all are messing with each other, y'all messing with each other, and if y'all really fucking with each other, there's some shit that's gonna.
You in my child's life. You know my parents. You know my brother.
There's gonna be feelings hurt. There's gonna be feelings involved. There's no such thing as we're not in a relationship and I just don't give a fuck for 3 years. That don't make sense. Last year I was dealing with somebody for like 4 months. And at like month 2, when I started catching feelings, because in the beginning we both agreed, we're not ready for a relationship. We're just having fun. We're kicking it, getting to know each other, whatever. And after month 2, I'm catching feelings. My bad. I'm with you all the time. I get off work, I'm calling you.
What do y'all expect us to do? We having raw sex. We talking all day, every day. Like, we're not seeing anybody else. Like, what is it? Why are we not allowed to catch feelings? If you're showing me what I want, why am I not allowed to catch feelings for you? And then if we have that understanding at first, then okay, cool.
But catch this. I caught feelings, right? And I told him, I confessed my feelings. Because I'm not finna just go around here like with feelings and I'm not gonna tell you how it is. I confessed my feelings. And he was like, reiterated, like, I just got out of a relationship. Like, I'm not in a space. I don't want to have to answer nobody. The first time he calls me and I don't answer, he's blowing up my phone.
Niggas can't handle what they ask for.
And I'm like, bro. And then want to get mad at me. I did call him back when I had time, but I was busy. I was doing something. I was probably on a date. My bad. We're not in a relationship. It's those type of things.
They just want the benefits.
It's the you want the exclusiveness without the exclusiveness or without being exclusive. And like, no, like if you tell me we just friends and we just kicking it, whatever, I can do whatever the fuck I want. You say you don't want to answer to nobody, I don't got to answer to nobody.
Period. So I'm gonna go into the next, part of the conversation I want to talk about, because now that I'm a mom, I'm not about to let no man, like, I have to teach my daughter self-worth. I have to teach her how to love herself. I have to teach her, the proper way that a man is gonna love her. And so, like I was saying, I don't know if it was this. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first time shooting 2 episodes in one day. I don't know what the hell I done said in this episode versus the last episode. But talking about freaking, what the hell was I about to say? I'm having brain farts, guys. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to skip that topic because I'm not about to sit here and stare and think about it. But what do we want to teach? Oh, I was saying I give men a lot of grace because I know that, like, a lot of guys in our generation did not have their father around to teach them how to love. So what is something that we want to teach our kids when it comes to love and being in a relationship and how they interact with the opposite sex? You first, and I want to hear from you.
Oh.
How do you want Sage to grow up dealing with women, handling women, loving women?
I'm not gonna lie, every other day I literally tell him, I'm like, I pray you don't grow up like these niggas. Like, the way that everybody is, and they're so entitled, and like, not only entitled, but they like hide their insecurities. Like, they try to, like, I don't know, it's not a word, but like they use like their masculinity and like, I don't know, they like enhance that more when they're more insecure, if that makes sense. Like, they try to be more like manly and demanding and like in charge. And it's like, you don't have to do all that. But you doing all of that is not making me like respect you anymore. It's kind of making me look at you like a little bitch.
Know. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit deep here because it goes right into that point. I was watching. Y'all know I be watching my little podcast, and it was a whole bunch of them. It was like 5 male entrepreneurs, and they held in Atlanta. They held a mental health, like a mental health panel for men and women, and a lot of the men. Hey, love, I need you to stop talking, baby. This is my mom life. Hey, I need you to stop talking, Tootie. Thank you. So they on the panel, a lot of men were walking up saying how they had been molested as a child. And so what they were talking about on the podcast is a lot of those men that have hyper masculinity that got to put on a show, they're battling with themselves inside because they feel like their manhood was taken from them. So they got to be, go a little bit harder to feel like, okay, I'm a man. Like this didn't happen for me, So that's something that I never even thought about.
Every time they are doing the most or they want to act like they that nigga, and I'm just like,
it's something underlying.
Yeah, I see you. So, I don't know.
I like me, man. I don't know. Just because, like, I'm timid. I don't like...
I can understand that. Dante's an asshole.
Yes,
I'm an asshole. We're assholes to each other. Also, like, so I get that.
He's not hyper masculine,
but you don't have to be disrespectful. Yeah. There's a difference. I feel like there's a fine line between being disrespectful and being mean. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, I like a little banter here and there.
Yeah, we can go back.
So
and
you
forth.
said that you pray that Sage is not like these other niggas, but baby, that's your job. You gotta make sure that he's not gonna be like
so
those
then
other.
I sit there and I'm sitting with myself and I'm like, how the fuck do I I feel like me as a woman growing, I'm like, okay, now like I wouldn't have been ready to have like a baby girl. Like I was definitely not ready to have a baby. There's a lot of stuff that I still want to learn for myself that I would love to pass on to my daughter. I'm not ready for a daughter, but then also I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm not ready for a son either because how the hell do I teach you?
Well, thank God you have Dante. You're not supposed to teach him how to be a man. You can help him how to love women.
Yeah.
But thank God you got Dante.
Exactly. Because I'd literally be sitting here like, okay, how to be a man. All right.
I feel like Dante should be kind of like showing him. I don't want to tell anybody how to parent, but I was just asking myself that question and I was like, how do I want to show Riley how to be loved? And I feel like I'd be telling Riley all day, every day. She'd probably be getting annoyed with me telling her how much I love her, I'm like,
I get on her nerves.
I just love you so much. Come here, give mommy a kiss. Like, I'm always like that, but I'm also very grateful to have her dad in her life because I feel like her dad really shows her how a man is supposed to love her. And me and him were just talking about the other day where we're like, damn, like she's really spoiled. Like, but Riley's not bad. She's spoiled, but she's not bad. She knows right from wrong and she knows when she's going to get her ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like she adores us and she loves us and she knows like whatever she wants, we're going to give it to her. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing good, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're being a kid and just learning, going to school, learning, being nice, being kind, respectful, like we give her everything she wants, But we always talk with her, like I feel like having conversations and we always talk with her together as a unit. Even though we're not together, I'm always like, well, daddy said, and me and daddy think, or he's like, well, me and mommy are gonna do this if you don't. Like we're like, you not finna just because you bounce like going from house to house doesn't mean like these rules are different from those rules.
Right.
And I feel like her dad does a really great job with showing her how or what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, and I wish I had that though. Like I want the rules in my household to be the same in the rule, as the rules when love goes to her dad. But it's like we had a rocky beginning. So it's like, I don't want to do too much too fast. Like, I just want to gradually let it get there. Cause like, I think I asked him to go to dinner one day. Like, oh yeah, you want to go to dinner with the three of us? He was like, whoa, that's a lot. Like, so let's front the brakes. We're just being able to speak to each other without cussing each other out. So, and I feel like I was really mean when he was not, really helping me out. But like, I have a whole bunch of responsibilities. But I don't know why my brain is acting like this today. I don't know. Where the fuck was I going with that point, guys? Why am I having writer's block? I was talking about her dad. I'm just being really transparent. I'm not cutting this out. Y'all are just gonna see me in my natural goddamn element.
You're talking about her dad and how you couldn't.
Like you want to have like this.
You want to be on the same accord.
Right. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I am brain farting with her sleep schedule. I have her on a really, really tight sleep schedule. And so I can't control what happens over there. But because I know I've already been a dick and an asshole, like, I don't want to be a bitch and, like, you know, just keep talking about the same thing. Like,
but honestly, having the experience of love sleeping over recently, she don't go to bed. She don't want to go to bed because she's waiting on you. So
on me, right?
Yeah.
She be up with her when she goes to his mom's house, her dad's mom's house, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., she's going to bed. But she took a nap after 5 p.m. And it's like, oh no, baby, if you don't go to sleep by 5:30, you're gonna stay up until at least 8:30.
Is crazy,
you know, and it's hard because I work hard.
Exactly.
I work hard to get her sleep schedule down when she's with me, and then as soon as she goes over there, it's like, fuck, it's just right out the window.
But do you tell them what you do to make her comfortable?
Yes.
Oh, well then I can't say nothing. Yes. Because some people do want to try and figure it out their way because they had kids before. I've been a mom before. So it's like, this used to work for me. But it's like, these are new times and that is not your kid. Because I have the older people who are around me and around Sage always trying to, well, did you do this? Well, did you try this? He doesn't like that.
Yeah.
I know what, I like, you know, I know what he needs to go to bed type. I know what he needs to do, whatever, like, you're trying to tell me. Like, and sometimes I do try it. Sometimes it does work.
Right.
But sometimes it doesn't, you know?
Right.
You never know. But...
all right, so now y'all both replied to the close friends story, and you said you had some shit you want to get off your chest.
Yeah, I said it. I just don't like how men try to present themselves like, oh, I have money, I have motion. And it's like you can't you can't uphold the image that you're presenting to me right now. So then you get
don't create a vibe that you cannot maintain.
Exactly.
That is my pet peeve.
So you put on your Sunday best, and now you mad when I'm looking at you. And
that's lying.
Yes.
And that's lying.
Not pimping if you gotta fucking lie. Like, you swear, like, a lot of men think, like, I'm talking to this, I'm talking to this girl, and everybody knows about each other.
We really do not care.
That was your friend.
We don't care.
Right.
Stop
you
lying
gotta
to
let
us.
me know what's going on, so that way
right.
I know what I can do and what I got going on. But if you're lying about it, and then I actually do cut off all my little yes, and you still got everybody, I'm gonna be mad.
Right.
And now I'm finna do it 10 times worse. Because we could have been on the
and
same
that's my
shit
situation.
And had no
that
issues.
was like with my situationship. He was almost 30 years older than me. You've already been married. You've already been divorced. So if you're not gonna try to make me happy, stop stealing my mother freaking child. Like not my childhood, but my youth.
And your
you know, like
peace.
I should be looking for my husband right now, my peace, but I should be looking for my person right now. So it's like, you're just taking up space. You won't let me leave when I've acknowledged that this does not make me happy.
You're not doing nothing to change it.
You're not doing nothing to change it. You're not doing nothing to bring. Well, I can't say he don't bring no benefit into my life because he do little shit here and there, and he was a really good friend to me. Little shit. He do little shit.
Pebble. Like, don't make me mad.
He do little shit, but it's like, that's my friend. We have so much fun together. Like, you know, we had a real, you know, connection, and that's the only man that's been in my daughter's life too. He's been around since I was pregnant. It's not my child's father. He's been around since I was pregnant.
Yeah, that's a struggle that I had.
You know, and
when I was taking care of that man, he was the only one that my daughter had known since she was 8 months old, and that's what was so hard for me to leave. I think.
I thought that was your baby. Like, when you first started working.
Everybody thought it was, and it's not.
Okay.
Respectfully,
crying. So I want y'all to take turns giving me some advice as I'm about to start dating again. Because I should have been dating the whole time, bitch. I've been single, but.
Yes.
Knowing me,
honestly,
what are some things that, you know?
As far as dating goes, I feel like anytime I've went out to go look for it and search for it, it's never worked out for me. I feel like that shit just comes to you. Live your life, work on yourself, and that shit's just gonna come to you. Like, you're gonna be vibing.
I don't never look for nothing.
Okay.
I don't never look for nothing. But if something approaches me and I see that I like it,
you have to love yourself enough to know your boundaries, what you're okay and what you're not.
Me
okay
wanting
with.
a man, okay, and people always say this. Like, I see it on social media all the time. Me wanting a man does not mean I don't love myself.
No, that's not what we're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
I love myself.
No,
I want some dick.
See, but
okay, but that's the thing.
Also,
but that's the thing. Are you dating because
I
you
already
just
have
want?
what? Hold on. I already have what?
Cute little, nightcap on the side.
Oh, whoa.
So you
No,
know
that's no. Whoa,
it's just a
that ain't.
nightcap.
I don't have that though. That's just something to do when I need something to do.
You have
So
that?
that's having the.
Do you have a nightcap?
She got in-home dick. She don't need no nightcap.
Oh, right. I forgot. You're
What?
in an
I
open
wish I.
relationship.
What? I would
Yeah.
do.
I don't have a nightcap.
You got a whole man though, not a real
Who?
man, but
Not
you
a
be my
real
man, my man.
He's not a real man. This was
Look, when Amy
Pinocchio.
likes somebody, she called him her man.
And you know,
Right. So
no.
you
I
don't need
have
a
man.
nightcap.
I am single. I don't have a man. And the man that I was with is not my nightcap.
But you don't need a nightcap because you got somebody
too
who
old?
you call your man. You see what I'm saying?
Is he
It's like
what?
too old.
No,
he's
not
not
too
too
old.
old.
He's actually very handsome.
That's not what
my
that
old
means
man was
at all.
very handsome too, but that don't mean he's
He was
not too
ugly.
fucking old.
But he's I don't know about that one, but
I was just asking if he could get up. That's all.
If he could get up, bro, y'all know my situation. They don't get cut off till after 60. Okay.
Listen, the
Hey,
one that I was talking.
that shit works.
And
The
look,
oldest?
but with my older man, y'all were trying to tell me it don't work. It don't work.
Who is your older, or not? Who is your older man?
But
what's the age?
The older he.
We both know.
oh, I think we're talking about the
we talking about the same
the
person.
same person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's
Nah,
why I was
his
like,
might not work.
that's what y'all was
He
saying.
older- he older than mine.
If it did, I would have been terrified.
Why?
What do you mean?
He is scary.
Love is telling us we too loud. I just wanted to say that.
He could
Okay.
barely see, and I can see that he could barely see.
But why would you be terrified?
But what do you mean?
Yeah, he told me that you said that if you took him in the back room, he
would run out.
out.
I tell him
But
all
what would
the
you be
time.
terrified? I don't know. I told my situation. I was like, I thought your shit was gonna be old and wrinkly and like shriveled up. That nigga told me surprise, motherfucker, and I was like, absolutely correct.
The oldest that I've ever dealt with is 47.
That's current.
But I still like him.
No, that's a lie.
Okay.
No, that I've been okay. No, pause. The oldest that I've ever dealt with without being intimate is 70 years old.
Sugar daddy season.
But the oldest that I've ever dealt with actually being intimate is 44.
Okay.
That shit used to piss me off so bad every time my situation used to come in our job. Everybody used to be like, oh, that's your sugar daddy. This nigga don't spend no money, bro. I wish.
No.
We're friends. We're friends.
I wish he was my sugar daddy. No, it's just my fucking old ass headache. Like,
Headache is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna be friends with
Was
you.
he
We ain't got
not a
nothing to
headache?
talk about. We don't got
Amy,
nothing.
was he not a
on.
headache?
He was a
but
headache. That's why I told
They
you to
both
get rid of
literally
him.
hated him
Yeah.
and got past the fact
That's
that
why I
he
told
wasn't
you.
going nowhere. So they're like, "Fuck you, we can't beat him. We might as well join him."
And
And
he
they
knows-
got cool with him.
And he
like
knows-
talking on like we're talking to a brick wall. I'm so sorry.
And he knows that we don't like him. That's
And
why
I
he's
really
always trying to be
appreciate y'all.
cool whenever
super
he sees
nice
us.
every time he came around.
Well,
super
I appreciate
nice.
Sanaya more than Amy because Amy was not. She was like, "No, stop talking to me about him." But Sanaya would listen every time I call with bullshit. Amy was like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to hear about this shit no more. You're not leaving, you're
Marissa,
not
you were
doing
talking
it
about
it."
that for a year.
It's been more than a
It's
year.
been more than a year.
I know, but
I was
since
pregnant.
I told you, to leave him alone, it's been a year. And so like
It's been more than a year since you told me to leave him alone for the first time, Amy.
I even told her
Like-
that he treated her like a rock, and she still went. And she told him that I told her that.
Bro, she told me he treated
yeah,
me
girl code. Why
like
would you do
a
that?
Like,
rock.
why did you do that?
Why would you tell him
I
that she
didn't
said
feel.
that?
Why would I tell him? Because I'm like, no, like that's literally what
Why?
you make
No,
my
pause.
friends think
No,
of
pause.
me.
Yeah, why would you tell him that and then still fuck with him?
After.
Because my baby will wake up in the morning asking for him.
Okay. And you
That
can
was
be like,
literally
okay,
but
and that is not her dad.
but still, that's the only male that I've witnessed her interacting with. I don't see her interact with her dad. So to have somebody that I love and I care for show love to my child and my child show them that, and they reciprocate that love. I value that. And that meant something for me. You know, y'all both have y'all's children dad in her life active. You know how he interacts with your daughter. You know, like y'all get that sense of, okay, this is what it's like for a man to love my child. So my situation, that was that for me.
So is it okay for a man to love your child and not love you?
Well, based on the clothes that I found in his nightstand the other day, apparently he houses somebody else.
He just out here doing it with
So,
everybody. So does it really mean something to you now?
Now that I see past the facade of it, it's different, and that's why I have not spoken to him.
And first of all, what took you so long to go through those drawers?
I've been through the drawers before.
Oh,
This shit is new. Where the fuck did this come from?
Also wondering.
You feel me? But his children, he has grown kids, and they have rooms in his house, and so there were 2 pair of female shoes outside his bedroom door. So when I first got over, I'm like, anytime I ask him whose female shit it is, he's always the daughter. I almost said the girl name. He said it's the daughter. So initially when I first looked at him, I'm like, oh, damn.
you can
I'm gonna cut that out. Yeah. Fuck it out, kid. Ain't no motherfucker. Well, no, I don't.
Block it out.
Yeah, sorry.
Block it out.
Sorry, I was gonna name drop his bitch ass.
No, block it out. We're not name dropping no more. Block it out.
No free promo.
So initially I was like, they're probably the daughters, but then I'm like, no, the daughter has her own room. Her shoes are not gonna be outside your bedroom door.
Outside your bedroom door.
You feel me? So I left outside, went and came back in, and I really was looking at his nightstand to see if there were any condoms in there. Like that's really what I was looking for. And something just told me to look in the nightstand on the other side of the bed. How is it a female child's clothes in here, and then in the drawer underneath, it's a woman, bras and panties. Like what? So I'm okay with not being the only person that you deal with if we're not in an exclusive committed relationship. I'm not okay with being lied to. I'm not okay with being lied to. I'm not okay with being manipulated.
I'm not okay with you sticking your dick inside of me raw and you fucking with other bitches. I do not want their bodily fluids.
That, but also you just still aren't even you're not giving me the option, and that's what a lot of people realize.
And that's what I did. Every time I went on another date with somebody else, every time I went on a trip with another nigga, like I was open, and I was sitting here thinking like, oh well, damn, I done stepped out way more than he has. But no, because you're a liar and you're a manipulator. I'm not scared of you. I don't give a fuck how you feel. You're not my man. You're not doing the things that I need you to do to make me happy. You gonna deal with whatever I want to do. You feel me? But I really value that. So me stepping out was less than it could have, less than I probably wanted to. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I'm so happy that this shit is over, bro. Like, I feel bad. I definitely went and got, look, older ladies should tell me, baby, the easiest way to get over somebody is get under somebody else new. And that might be bad.
And that's bad.
It might be bad, but it fucking works. It fucking works.
It works for now.
Been in the house.
It works for now.
Hurt. And,
it works. You need to cry and you need to hurt because you're gonna learn your lesson. Yeah. Because you're gonna get under. You're gonna get up under. Honestly, you need to.
I'm giving you a month. I hope that you do, but I'm giving you a month.
A month for what?
A month to see
before you spin the block again.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yes, no. That's no. I'm not spinning the block because I feel like you've involved my fucking child. You've involved my child, and now I feel like you're lying to my child while you're embracing somebody else's child. I'm not playing about that shit. I'm not playing. Like, fuck no. You haven't let my child come over once. You feel me? And we've asked. So hell no. 3 years and you ruined all my potential husbands. Fuck no. You're not playing with my kid. I don't care what you do to me, but showing me that you're caring for somebody else's child.
Yeah.
While you in my child's face, nah, we're not doing that.
No, Marissa, you've been serious a lot of times.
My child has not been involved. I haven't been hurt related to my child.
Yes, she has. I don't want to bring it up.
Ooh, her birthday party. That nigga told me that he was going to do for her last year's birthday party and definitely did it. Yeah, you right. I should have left him. I should have left him.
Enough about that.
We're not talking about shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Enough about that.
It's a wrap now.
Yeah, we're just
enough about that. Anything that is one-sided. Absolutely the fuck not. Yeah. Please reciprocate because I'm always going to reciprocate. They're always going to reciprocate. Reciprocation is key.
It's
period.
So if I'm treating you a certain way, you better look at yourself and see how you treated me. Thank you.
Period. Okay. We had a good part 2. We had to finish up that conversation because we did not complete it last time. Had to move my mic out the way. A big part of my brand. Bring back 90s R&B love. So this is a part of my I'm gonna reboot my clothing line or do it. Not reboot it, but just promote it because I was focused on the embroidery side. But this is something that y'all can get put on anything if you wanna, rep, bring back 90s R&B love. You can put on a tank top, hoodie, whatever. It can go on a bag. Whatever. It's just something I came up with my little, logo. So this is today's Stitch with Love merch. You ladies have anything that y'all want to say before we get up out of here? We're coming to the end of our hour.
Reciprocation is key.
Reciprocation is key.
Communicate.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm saying nah.
What? What are you gonna say?
Nah, share that thought.
Right. I want to know what the thought was.
Share the thought.
It's okay. We can save it for our next episode.
All right.
All right.
Write it down.
Y'all tune in. Thank you for having us, Marissa, again.
Of course. Thank you guys
We
for
love
chatting
chatting.
with Riz. All right, we out.